This is my LCD Dracula game by Q&Q, which dates back to 1983. And as far as I can tell, I'm the only person on YouTube to have done a video on it, which probably means one of two things. Either nobody's interested in it, or it's quite rare. Now, thanks to this little bit of piece of paper here, I can not only tell you when I bought it, but I can tell you where I bought it from. So here we have this little piece of paper. And what is this little piece of paper? I hear you cry. Well, it's quite a rare find in my experience. It's a completed guarantee card. And this one's dated the 31st of July 1983. And it was bought from a place called the Jewel Box. And that resided at 23 Regent Road in Great Yarmouth in the UK. So I think the first thing I would like to show you is where that is and what it looks like now. Google Earth then, let's zoom in. I've put a pinpoint over on the southeast coast. Would you describe that as? I don't know. 23 Regent Road. And what does it look like now? Let's go to Street View. Let's plop ourselves there. And it's a Greek grill. And if you look on Google, it would seem to be permanently closed. So the little shop that I bought it from has long since gone, as you would expect. I can just imagine myself long before this was pedestrianised, cars passing by, and a young lad with his mum wandering up here to the shop, selling all sorts of wonderful little bits and pieces, and getting all giddy, going in and getting a new little game. Now, other than for this, I don't think I've got anything else by Q&Q. And it's not a name that I'm familiar with, really. But a quick Google, and it would seem they are indeed still in existence. They're a Japanese company from around 1976. And if you look at if you look at their website, you'll see that they're still continuing to produce watches. But let's have a look inside and let's show you. Let's show you what I've got. So we've got the instruction manual, of course, which I'll give you a brief look at. I think we've got one side in one language. And then over the other side, we've got it in English, which is here. Can't fit it all on in that view. If you'd like, as always, if you would like a scanned copy of this, then do please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to provide it. But that's the instructions. Back to the game itself then. It's quite handy. Little hole in the back to just help you get it out. It's a dinky little thing, really. And we've got the battery there, which I'll bob out as well. It's a tiny little thing, really. When you put it in the palm of your hand, it's not very big at all, is it? On the back, we've got the model CG002. And it wants an SR44 battery, which we've got there. I've got a fresh battery for it. Then a little resting leg, which I quite like. Anyway, let's stick a battery in. Just in relation to that, you can see where the clip has has got a bit of a stress mark in it. So that's fortunately it's still with me. It hasn't fallen off yet, so we'll try and be careful of that. Not the easiest thing to do. Let's keep jumping out. Let's try again. There we go. Nice and snugly in. So there we go. The display's on. It's got the time function, which you can hopefully see. 3 little controls up the right hand side, as you can see: select, start, level select, and we've got the left and right action buttons there. Nice clear display still, even after all this time, which is great. I'll just show you some of the things. So let's set the alarm. Let's do it for a couple of minutes time, because I'm probably up to a minute now. So, oops. So is that it? So that's set, and I think to turn the alarm on, it's a combination of button presses. No, that's put into 24-hour clock. There we go. So we've got the chime and the alarm. So in 20 seconds the alarm should go off. The anticipation. To be fair, it's not a bad alarm, is it? I suppose there's a chance of that waking you up. Probably not me, but there you go. What else is it to show you? You can do, like I say, 24-hour or 12-hour clock there. But I think the main thing to do now is just show you the game, and I'm going to have to hold it. So you've got 2 game modes, junior and senior. We'll go for junior, because we're not here to challenge me, as it were. Let's go for the easier option, and we'll hit start. Now the object to this game is quite simply to move Dracula from the left all the way over to the right. Once it's in, it resets back to the left. But you've got to wait for the door to open, such as now. And any of those things that land on you, and I'll just let it land on you, you end up in your coffin and lose a life. So you can move left and right. It's very responsive, to be fair. So what I do, just race across, but then the door's shut and your score goes up accordingly. I wouldn't quite say it's music that plays, but you get the little clicking of the game, and then as you progress onto the later levels, it gets faster and more manic. If you wait on the left hand side for too long, it will force you to move out, so you can just can't keep hiding over there. Oh, missed that one. So super simple game in its premise, but this is a game I've probably spent thousands of hours on. Quite literally. This game used to sit on my table at the side of my bed, and if you see everything seems to move down and slightly out of sync with each other, which gives you a chance to move out of the way, even if the screen's filled, and that takes some skill. But that is it, in essence. It's a beautifully simple game. It's really quite addictive to play. I hope you like seeing it. And we'll just get to the end where we lose all our lives, and I'll just show you that. And that's it. That's game over. All that's left to say is, if you like this video, please remember to give me a thumbs up, or subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you ever so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you again soon in another video. Bye for now.